What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest of boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit that bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, the channel donations, the Venmo donations. I see you. And the Patreon. Family, we working. Now, Wilder versus Joshua Wilder. The topic isn't seeming to go anywhere. And promoter of Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, he just did an interview with Spencer Farron on the Toe to Toe podcast with Sky Sports. Link is in the description if you want to listen to it. I think it's over an hour, but I'm going to pull quote from what Eddie Hearn said in there, and I want to just give my thoughts on it. Eddie Hearn says, and I quote, "I think Deontay Wilder is an incredibly risky fight, and I just believe that Joshua is, hard to say complete because I know he's not complete, but I just think that Joshua punches in straight lines, and I feel like it will be a Charles Martin type of performance rather than a sloppy performance from Anthony Joshua. I think it will be a well-executed performance of one guy who's going to come in wild with wild swinging shots, and the other guy that's just going to punch down the lines like he did with Charles Martin, and I believe he will knock out Deontay Wilder within 3 rounds. Eddie Hearn." Now, my thoughts are very simple. 3 words. Let's see it. Like, there's no reason to talk. There's no reason. Like, why? If it's that easy and Wilder will get knocked out in 3 rounds, surely you should make the fight next. I would love to see it. It's a big fight. It's not really going to get, in my opinion, there's not much more either fighter can do with the current state of the heavyweight division that's going to make this into some phenomenal, much greater and bigger event blockbuster than it already is. People want to see it. People are talking about it. If anything, in boxing, what we have learned is the longer you wait, the more susceptible you are that someone looks sloppy, someone looks off, somebody loses. And I think the chances and probability are greater that when 2 fighters don't fight when they're supposed to happen, that the fight could lose luster, or one of the people could either lose or look imperfect to the point where the fight is taken down for that reason. And I could think of Mikey Garcia versus Yuriorkis Gamboa. A ton of fights like that should have happened, could have happened, would have happened, but now no one even cares if they happen. You know what I mean? It didn't happen when it was supposed to happen, and now it's not even a fight people even care about. You know what I mean? Even like, let's say Gamboa versus Lomachenko. At one point, that probably could have been a real good fight, but no one's really checking for that right now. You know what I'm saying? Based on the careers of both. So I don't agree with Eddie Hearn here. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he's gonna get knocked out in 3 rounds because Joshua punches in straight lines and this and that, then why would you even be talking about fighting Joseph Parker next? You know what I mean? They both have belts, but to me, Joshua versus Wilder is a bigger fight. They're both for belts, and I think Wilder's more feared and more respected in terms of like his title defenses, his run, his threat level to other heavyweights. Even Tyson Fury, who has been linked to fight Wilder at different times and stuff and had run-ins with Wilder, he says Wilder's improving. And you know, like, I watch a lot of Forensic Files and shows like that, and you got to listen to what people are saying. Like I always say, listen to what people say then, listen to what people say now, and then just put it together for yourself. His opening statement, Eddie Hearn's opening statement is, "I think Deontay Wilder is an incredibly risky fight." That's a statement right there. Even though there's no period and the sentence continues, that's a statement. That he's telling you right there that he's a risky fight. And right after he says, "Joshua, hard to say he's complete because I know he is not complete," meaning he's still developing and stuff. So to me, that opening stanza of what he just said lets you know why Wilder Joshua is not happening next. Now me, I'm a realistic fan. I think the fight should happen next. I think it could happen next. But if it happens in 2018, that will pacify me. I will be happy with that. And that's what Eddie Hearn has said is going to happen. He says it must happen, and it will happen in 2018. So I'm not going to bully the situation and be greedy and say, "Oh, it absolutely has to happen next," or all is forgotten. It's not like that. But it needs to happen in 2018 without any delay, no delay. You know what I'm saying? Make this happen. But it goes to me, like, I read between the lines and I listen to what people are saying. your opening statement. You said Wilder is incredibly risky, but he'll get knocked out in 3 rounds, and you explain why, but you're not pursuing him next. So to me, it's kind of a falsehood from Eddie Hearn if you learn to analyze what people are saying. Because why wouldn't you, for your fighter, the guy who's sloppy and wild, like you're basically saying Wilder, he punches with wild winging, swinging shots and stuff like that. If that's the case, fight him. Fight him first, get that out of the way, and then get Joseph Parker, which I probably believe, if you were to ask Eddie Hearn what's the more dangerous fight for Joshua, I'm pretty sure he would probably say Wilder, and I'm pretty sure the boxing populace and fans would say Wilder is more of a threat. Whether you think Joshua beats Wilder or not, most people would say he's probably more of a threat. He's taller than Joseph Parker, right? He's hitting harder than Joseph Parker, evident by, I mean, if Joseph Parker, some of his opponents fought Wilder, I think Wilder probably would have stopped him. You know what I mean? Including Carlos Takam, right? He's crafty, but I think Wilder would have stopped him, right? 6'1", 6'1.5". It just, I don't see him being crafty enough. Wilder his style is weird because I understand that he is kind of wild, but he can also tone it down. I've seen it. The Bermane-Stavern first fight, he wasn't doing what he did in the second fight. He wasn't fighting like he fought Spilka. So I think Wilder has different levels to his athleticism, but more or less, this is just proof, and the link is in the description. So again, you guys can listen to the excerpt from the podcast. This is just proof that they want more time and they want to keep the gravy train going with Joshua. But like I said, as long as it happens in 2018, that'll satisfy me as a boxing fan. But it's not the whole point that I'm making is it doesn't really coincide. You're basically saying Deontay Wilder's easy work and he swings too wild, he'll get knocked out in 3. I mean, I'm just saying, if that is the case, then what are we waiting for? And I don't believe that's the case, because there's been a handful of guys who Joshua has knocked out that quick. He didn't knock out Dillian Whyte that fast. He didn't knock out Carlos Takam that fast, and I don't even think that was a good stoppage. You know what I mean? So why would Wilder? I mean, it's possible, it's boxing, but I really don't see. I think Joshua would be respectful of Wilder's power, and he would have to open up. So you didn't knock out a 41-year-old Klitschko in 3 rounds, things like that. It took the 11th round, took to the 11th round, and Klitschko had Joshua hurt, vice versa, and Klitschko kind of let him off the hook. So my prediction for the fight, I'm not a promoter. I'm not on either side. I like Joshua and I like Wilder, but my prediction, I feel, is a lot more reasonable because I don't represent either guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be clear just as a boxing fan and just be like, and no matter who wins, whoever I would pick, I don't see Joshua winning within the 3rd round by knockout. You guys can say Wilder, windmill Wilder and all that, but like I said, just like I told the fans, why put up roadblocks to not make the fight? This is what boxing is all about. There's one way to settle it. He's in the division, you're in the division. He's windmill Wilder. You said he's bum squad. Let him get his opportunity. And if Joshua knocks him out in 3, then for sure people are going to give him credit. Like, wow, you see Deontay Wilder get knocked out. You know what I mean? Look at when Stavern got knocked out. Now imagine 2 guys with bigger names and champions in the division. So if what Eddie Hearn's saying is true and Joshua stretches him in 3, then Joshua becomes a superstar. And Joshua's always constantly talked about him wanting to become a billionaire. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this will single-handedly get you there, but it'll increase your star power for sure, especially after the buzz that Wilder got for his power in the Stavern 2 fight. And I was there in New York live. You can't tell me nothing, like Kanye. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.